Welcome back to my channel. Please do like and subscribe, and also click in the notification bell so you can get amazing content each time I upload every day. Without wasting time, let's get down to business. Our conversation today draws out who is the richest person in Kenya as of 2022. Currently, Vimasha is the richest man in Kenya according to Forbes. Vimasha is the richest person and top billionaire in Kenya with a net worth of 195 billion as of 2022 until today. He's the owner of Bidco African oil refineries.
So the way we operate at Bidco is we actually operate as if we're a startup. And at every stage, it's been 34 years now, and we still operate as a startup, number one. Number two, we employ all world-class practices. So if you talk about ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 18000, 22000, working with the UN Global Compact, Lean, Kaizen, we adopt all the best practices that you would use in an international setting. So what a multinational has, we also have here, and we actually employ it here on the ground, number one. Number two, we are able to do faster decision making because we're on the ground. We realize the pulse on the ground and we can change track as soon as we need to. So responsiveness is quite fast for us, number one. Number two, I think the important thing is that we understand the consumer in Eastern Africa or in Africa better. We still don't know West Africa, we still don't know Southern Africa, but therefore we will keep on looking at it and seeing what to do there. The way the markets are served is different. We believe we have ground knowledge, we have local people who know what's happening, and we know where the resources are. We know what the competitive advantages of doing things are. And ultimately, we have local ground knowledge of the pulse. And that's quite important for us because even here, the consumer is changing. They've kept on changing and they'll keep on changing. The way Africa is growing and the way we're growing here is going to be leapfrogging. We're not going to go to the same old slow-paced improvement, incremental growth. We're going to go exponentially. So that's where we got to be prepared. In Bidco, we bring in faster change management. We can manage quickly, and that's the rapid implementation of ideas. Apart from that, we are now expanding into many more adjacencies in the consumer goods area so that we can look at many more hygiene, personal care products, food products. You've got animal feeds, you've got all the agri-processing. So we actually work on a system where there's zero wastage. In our processes, everywhere we look at it, we have full value chain, but zero wastage. So we reduce our wastage. We are working with sustainable development goals, and that's something that's important for us. So we are making our business sustainable. It's just not about profits. It's not just about people. It's just not about planet. It's everything together. So what we do is we put in systems, we put in processes, we put in the people, and we have continuous learning. So our people are continuously trained. We have auditoriums and training centers within our factories whereby they learn by doing. And we need to keep on changing ourselves. The only mantra is we've got to change ourselves faster than the pace of change. Otherwise, we won't be relevant anymore. And that's something that's important for us.
The second person, Nyeri Kenya, net worth 120 billion, chairman of DevKey Group of Companies, East Africa. Nyeri Kenya is the second richest man in Kenya as of today. Third person, Naushad Marali, net worth 83.5 billion. The late Naushad Marali still holds the third place of the richest in Kenya in 2022. Certainly his wealth is now in control of his family, business partners, and other close entrepreneurs and investors. Number 4, Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta, as we know, is the former president of Kenya, net worth 80 billion. Nyeri Kenya is also the richest president in East Africa in 2021 to 2022. The fifth, Macharia, net worth 60 billion. He is the owner of Royal Media Service in Kenya, the most profitable media house in Kenya in 2022. The sixth person, Manu Chandarai, net worth 50 billion. Manu Chandarai is the sixth richest man in Kenya in Forbes top list. Number 7, Peter Kahara, net worth 38 billion. Peter Mugaa is the chairman of Equity Bank Group, which is the second largest and richest bank institution in Kenya. Number 8. James Mwangi. James Mwangi holds an estimated net worth of 35 billion. He is the group managing director and CEO of Equity Group Holdings Limited. Number 9. Chris Kirubi. Net worth 20 billion. The late Chris Kirubi also appeared on the Forbes list of 10 richest people in Kenya as of 2022. And finally, Benson Waregi. Net worth 15 billion. Benson Waregi is currently the managing director of Britam. In addition, he is also a shareholder at the Equity Bank of Kenya with a proportional value of 0.26%. We go to the top list of the richest person in Kenya according to Forbes. The richest person in Kenya as we know today is Vima Shah with an estimated value of 195 billion Kenyan shilling. Vima Shah is a native Indian descent. Vima Shah is a businessman, entrepreneur, mentor, and industrialist in Kenya, the largest economy in East African community. He is the chairman of Bidco Africa and is responsible for the company's growth into new markets and products. Bidco is a business involved in manufacturing of edible oil, detergents, soaps, margarine, and baking powder. He is reported to be the most wealthiest individual in Kenya. Vima Shah was born in Nyeri, Kenya, attended the United States International University Nairobi campus, graduating with a degree of Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration and Finance. In 1985, the three Shards decided to start up a soap manufacturing business. When Kenyan banks denied them financing, they turned to family and friends instead. Growing cotton locally would take too much time, so they imported oil from Malaysia. Together with his father and brother, Vima Shah built the business, growing the farm, Bidco Africa, into one of Africa's largest companies. He rose to the position of CEO before stepping down in 2017. Since then, he has been less involved in the operational aspect of Bidco, instead stepping up to a more strategic role as a board chairman, a position he holds to date. Bidco Africa is currently one of Africa's largest and fastest growing manufacturer of domestic consumer products. Currently, they market and distribute the largest and widest range of product categories in East and Central African regions, such as edible oils, cooking fats, margarine, baking products, hygiene products, detergents, laundry bars, and animal feeds. In 2014, Forbes removed Vima Shah as one of Africa's 50 richest people. Forbes magazine replacing Vima Shah with his father, Deepa Shah. This replacement was due to new information. Forbes used their own methods to arrive at this figure, including the fact that Bidco grossed $500 million in sales in 2013. It has manufacturing factories in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. The group's products are marketed to 13 African countries. Starting mid-2017, Vima Shah has been actively mentoring small and medium-sized businesses in Kenya, East Africa and Continental Africa through his blog. In his blog, he talks about his life as an entrepreneur in Africa. Drawing from his experience as a successful entrepreneur since 1985, through his blog, he posts weekly on different aspects of the life of an entrepreneur. Plans are underway to expand the mentorship program beyond his blog. Shah's mentorship program is aimed at promoting the business and innovative spirit among young people in Africa. Vima Shah is married to Manda Shah and is the father of one son, Soham Shah, born in 1998. He is the past chairman of the East African Business Council, the Kenyan Association of Manufacturers, and the Kenyan Private Sector Alliance, KEPSA. In March 2014, he was elected to the 3GF Global Green Growth Fund based out of Amsterdam. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate all of your support, comments and likes, and please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Karibu sana, shukran.